Apparently Andy wants it. That's the rumor, but I'm not sure about that. Justin Sylvester, I mean, that doesn't shock me.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
I'm
Not bad.
sure. I mean, you have to move to New York.
He's a nice guy. I've met him before. He's a nice guy. He's just a little bit like
I've heard very mixed things from
he's
a
a little
lot of
bitchy.
people.
He's a little bitchy. So I'm like, would that work on daytime TV? You can't be bitchy.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. So
And you listen, you got to give up your Kyle and your Erica, and I mean you
right,
gotta. It's a whole different thing. I mean you'll be interviewing Ben Affleck and
right,
Emma Stone, and it's a step up by most standards, but you're not
right.
going to be slinging the mud. Like this isn't Paid Six anymore, sweetie.
Yeah, you can't be slinging the mud. I mean, he does have the E News experience, so he does have that ability. There's also a woman on E News, Erin Lim. I
Kelty,
kind of like her.
I
Erin
don't
Lim.
think I
She's
know her.
Asian. She's Asian. So I thought that could also, if they're trying to go with more diversity, Kelty's good too. But again, she's a little bitchy.
I have a friend who basically runs that whole thing, runs E News. Mind you,
Oh,
that
really?
I mean, like a very good friend. Mind you,
Mm.
that gets me nothing. Like he's already, I mean, it's one of these like, honey, you do your job, don't ask me for any favors. So it gets me nothing. And
Right.
but he runs the whole thing, so he's
Wow.
technically Justin's boss.
Wow.
So there you go. Who knows? I agree. I don't think Andy wants. I just think that's some fake news about Andy these
I think
days.
so. A lot of the paps love Andy. They're like following him around New York, asking him questions, like posting all these stories about him. I'm like, I didn't know people cared that much about him.
Did you see they just followed him about Kenya and asked
Mm.
him about because Kenya has, I don't know. I mean, first of all, I can't believe this is still going on. I can't
Mm.
believe it's like, I mean, look, I really truly see every side to this one. Everyone
Me
out
too.
there who's like, nobody got Kenya fired except Kenya. I get that argument. People
Mm.
that are like, but she went to production and apparently they didn't help her. Britt mentioned the thing about the gun. I get it.
Mm.
Now Kenya's latest thing is that she was invited to the reunion, disinvited, and yes, TMZ was asking. It was kind of funny though. The girl was like funny, and she was like, I mean, he also didn't answer the question. She was like, so
No.
Kenya says she was invited to the reunion and disinvited. Is that true? And Andy's like, oh man, like what a good season we're having of RHOA.
I love
And
her.
the girl was great. She was like, well, Andy, so does that mean she was like, you were just about to say that she was invited and disinvited? He's like, he was playing. He was like, really? Is that really what I was about to say? He's like, I think I was telling you about how great Phaedra is going to be later in the season. And then he's like, I love Kenya, but so he gave us nothing. But I mean, I kind of tend to believe it that she was invited and disinvited.
I believe that. I mean, I do understand her point of view. I understand Brit. I understand, like, kind of like you, I see all perspectives. But when she said that, when Kenya made that point on her YouTube show about the fact that Portia actually showed an actual gun. So I'm like, like,
Yeah.
so how is that like this? This was like a threat, and then she actually showed a gun, and there wasn't the same like repercussions. So
Look, I mean, then you write the whole thing with Phaedra from the past.
right, right,
Once again, I've said this, it's a thousand different standards for Bravo. Like they
it
just
is
figure it out
right.
based on what they want to do, you know?
Exactly, exactly. I was like, and again, I'm not taking away from what Kenya did, and I initially thought she just made it up, but the fact that these photos were real, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not as bad. It's obviously really horrible what she did, but I thought she had manufactured it,
No.
but
And
it
she
wasn't.
has apologized. She has made a statement again that that it was wrong and she shouldn't have done it. And she's like, I apologize to Brit. I get it. I mean, Brit is saying, well, you haven't apologized to me directly, which I'm not sure
Okay,
Miss Moore is going to do that.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's going to do that. Well, Brit has also gone on a huge tour of all, like NBC booked her for everything. She went on everything and she was wearing those power suits and kind of assassinating Kenya. So I'm like, well, I don't think she's going to apologize to you now.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
she is.
so either.
I don't think she is. And I don't know, when did YouTube channels become the fallback career for Bravo people? Now you have Nene, you have Kenya. Is that the new thing?
I mean, is Kenya's like gonna be a thing? Is it continuing? Is there an episode every week? I have raked Nene over the coals lately on this podcast of
Yes.
like,
Yes.
is Kenya gonna stick with it? Is this like a new career, or is that just for like an APB? Like, let me look. I think if it's you want to put a statement out there, you might as well monetize it. I'm not sure YouTube is the
place.
Most lucrative place to monetize it.
It's a good point. Yeah. I mean, the production value was good on Nini's, I guess, but I'm like, saying that she would rather have Ashley Darby sing than Candy, I'm like, this feels a little clickbaity, but
And
okay.
also, the other thing about the production value is like, I know for a fact, it's not like me just picking on her. Like, Teresa's cooking show was an epic fail because it cost a gazillion dollars. Like, she couldn't
Right.
keep up with the cost.
Of course.
So, I don't know about, I mean, yes, the production value on Nini's is pretty good. Who's paying for that? Last time I checked, Nini don't like to pay for nothing.
Right. So who's paying for that? I don't know.
And if she is, then that's great, but she has to keep it up. I just like to turn on the thing and say, "Here I am. Sorry, I haven't showered today, everyone." And there's no production value, and
Exactly. Exactly.
click or don't click. Let's talk about the Valley, and then I'll talk about
Yeah.
Sheena, because Sheena apparently has some. The rumor is now, Kristen Doty is saying this in some interview, that Sheena has something over LVP. Now, I'm not saying that's why she was on the Valley and all this, but apparently Sheena has something over LVP's head, and it's all going to be exposed in her book. Sheena should pay me for saying this because I mean now everyone's gonna go and buy her book. Maybe not that I have that
Yes.
much influence, but apparently Sheena has stuff over LVP. That's
I
been
guess she does. I mean,
some
this
saying.
tell all, aren't you a little young for a tell all book? I was like, don't we have to wait a couple more years?
And
But
how
I guess,
much could you? I mean, are you gonna talk about is Eddie a good kisser? How did
right,
that happen? Did you
right.
know who Brett? Like, I mean, I want to get into that stuff. I don't want
They
to get
better
into
get
like
into it. I mean,
right.
LVP, I'm like, okay, she fancies the guys over the girls. I mean, we've seen that in live. I mean, that's very obvious. And even what Patrick McDonald, the producer, said about LVP, I'm not really shocked that she was controlling and difficult. And okay,
I have to tell you, now I understand there are people that are just good at this, but like I have met LVP
right.
many a time, and
Mm-hmm.
she is just lovely every time I have personally interacted with her.
Right.
Some people are just good at that, though. They can turn it on and turn it off.
They know how to turn. I met her a couple of times too, and I worked with her once with her and Ken, and they were a little difficult with the payment. They were going back and forth. They were like
Hmm.
wanted to charge more the day before. They've done a little bit. They do, but that's like business stuff. I mean, I don't really. I'm like, okay, that's not. I'm not gonna say it's unethical, but it's not nice the day before to be like, you need to pay more. But like, we'd
What do
already.
you mean, like LVP is not showing up for the to cut the ribbon unless you pay more, even though you've advertised her that she's coming?
No, so she wasn't even coming. We were just getting Tom Tom for an event, and then they wanted more money. So
Hmm.
for renting, so it's a little like we've already booked the event. We're already having the alcohol launch here. Like, what are we supposed to do? So that kind of stuff, I'm like, ugh, it's not great, but it's also like that's how people do business. But as far as her personally, I thought she was lovely. She's fine. She's like British.
Interesting.
She's British. Like
She's British. Yeah, I don't, and I also love that she is off the